Hey guys, today I want to go over how I patch a bicycle tire inner tube. The first thing, these are all the tools that I use and this is how I use them. First you need a bucket of water. Now the bucket needs to be round enough so that it's easy to get a tube in there. And what you want to do, partially inflate the tube and then stick the tube down in the water and keep pushing the tube around until you start to see bubbles. When you see a rapid succession of bubbles coming off the tube, that's where the hole is. Now once you see the hole in the tube, I take a toothpick and I use the very sharp end of the toothpick to just stick it just into the hole. And I leave the toothpick in there. That way I've clearly identified where the hole is in the tube. Once I get the toothpick in the tube, then I dry off the tube good. And then I have, this is sort of like a very rough file, and I use this to scrape and rough up around the hole on the tube. Now you don't want to do it too hard. You want to do it enough so that you get, some good scratches on the rubber, but not too deep. Just scuff it up good. After I scuff it up with the scraper, then I use a piece of sandpaper and I go in and I more finely scuff up the tube all around the hole. After I finish scuffing up the tube, then I take my vulcanizing cement, and this is the vulcanizing cement that I use. There are many different brands. And then I put the vulcanizing cement all around where the hole is, all around the scuffed up area. Now once you get the vulcanizing cement on there, you need to give the vulcanizing cement enough time to interact with the rubber in the tube so that it will partially dissolve the rubber very, very finely. But you need to give it at least 10 minutes. Now you can leave the vulcanizing cement on there almost indefinitely, several days, several hours. The length of time on the long end doesn't matter, but you do need to make sure you have it on a minimum of 10 minutes before you do anything with it. Once you're comfortable that the vulcanizing cement, has been on there long enough, then take your patch and make sure the patch is large enough for the hole. A larger patch will be better. Smaller patches are a little bit risky that you're not going to have some type of leak. Also, the patch may be round or square, but in this particular example, this is a round patch. It has a little piece of clear plastic on the front and silver on the back. You peel off the silver on the back, and then place the patch on the hole. Remove the toothpick, place the patch on the hole, and you want to have the hole as close to the center of the patch as possible. Once you get it on there, mash it firmly with your hands, and what that will do is allow the rubber that's been energized, or basically a chemical reaction has occurred with the vulcanizing compound. So when you mash that patch on, it will bind with the rubber tube. Then you want to take a tool. This is an example of a tool. There are many different ones, but you want to roll this over the patch, once again, very firmly to get it attached. If you don't have a tool like this, you can use something, this is a jar, something that you can get onto the patch and rub it in really hard. Mash it as hard as you possibly can on there. And once again, you want to get the patch to basically bind with the rubber in the tube with that vulcanizing compound. But once you do that, the tube has been patched and you're ready to blow it up and continue on your way. Anyway, that's how I patch a bicycle tire inner tube. I hope I've given you guys something to think about, and I'll see you at the top.